That'd be a Luigi jump. Honestly. The blind squirrel engine, that's curious. This isn't the remix, is it? Where's my TV? So I'm just gonna have it all framed. Sidebars. I've now got my big fancy OLED. Getting like big mad sound system is like the next step. Oops. I know something is wrong if I'm not like feeling the bass from the drill music in my fucking chest. That's when the problems begin. Give me that. So there's like one alien on the like PS4 or 5 or what do you call it? The yeah, it's not here. There's an extra one on the we can probably go ahead and see it. That one to like the bottom right, like that's not any of the other powers as far as I know. I don't know what that one is. Yeah, bit of art that they've been using without realizing they cut that alien, I guess. Just check stuff. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this has the stuff that was on at all times, so we might as well be fine. Tutorial off by default, that's fun. Oop. Stats? Oh, alright, okay, I see. Ah, so that's where you can track that. You not want down on that? What are you doing? You're fidgeting back and forth here, like, get on the bed. That's fine, it's comfy, it's your towel. Just in the way, if I move that up, you're fine. You're just being fussy.
Hello, Sonic. Do you read me? I'll be your navigator. Leave everything but the running to me. Hello, Sonic. Do you
Yeah, no, leave it all in case there's any mechanics I forget. Then you just throwing you straight into a level right off the title screen is nuts, though. Circles boost this time. On the Wii version, yep, homing attack is nigh on the same button as jump. Thank you, Jesus. Hello, Hammer. So colors are the one that figured that out. It feels a bit weird not having to adjust my hand to be able to use the D-pad of the Wii remote to boost and then go back to jump. Ah, yeah, that's right. There's like extra shoes and that shit boosted. Squares drop, you just have that from the start. I don't remember if there's a timing thing to that or if you just fucking hit it. I just fucking hit it there, so I guess we'll find out. Not L to L on that one. That's fucked. Yeah, I don't need to know that. Okay, I think it's just mash it. Oh, and it's a stick this time. It's not shoulder buttons. At least for these rails, anyway. No, we're not getting that one. Rip. Yeah, this is the PlayStation 4 version played on the PS5. So we should be doing pretty well for ourselves. Yay. I don't remember the like timer thing along the bottom of the screen. Little views. I don't quite have what you can do in Generations, where you can just sometimes, my attack boost by itself. Like, they probably won't be as bad as they were around launch, because it's now several months after, and they've patched the hell out of things. But we'll see if there's any left behind, for sure. I also wonder if, like, it playing it on PS5 will produce more, or, like, solve some. That's also a thing to consider. Was like some patch like last week or something like that. There's some like I forget what it was. It was like a fairly sizable one. Rip. And I think it solved like a number of issues, like a number of remaining issues. I don't know if all of them are done. Yep. Thank you. Forgot about that. Well, you know, we'll see how we go and see if like the thing starts melting down after like 5 levels. No boost out, there's one behind the thing. The medals aren't as critical. Like, I don't think you need them to progress ever. In colors, it was just like you get them to unlock the bonus levels, and they use the bonus level. Oh, look at that. Oh, they didn't up-res the... they didn't properly scale up the stuff from the Wii original. It was using the same video file, sorry. I mean, you know, not the, wouldn't be the only one. It's very, very funny now. He's playing like Resident Evil 1 Remake Remastered. And it's a really good like 1080p 60 port, like really nice, really well done. And then you get any FMV and it's like this blocky, blotchy, like barely 480p dark as shit video that you can't really see anything in. It's like, oh. Oh. I don't know, that seems pretty easy. I do, yes. I've even been getting on with it. Has it made you weep more? Oh, okay. Sick. I never did play the DLCs for the original Shovel Knight. I should do that at some point. I played the original Shovel Knight quite a bit. I don't think I ever managed to, but I did make attempts at stuff like no relic runs and shit. But yeah, at some point I should like... Actually, because I have like my turntables back in here, all the games that weren't packed away and were left in like my spin around turntable shelving unit, they're back here. I think Shovel Knight's on that. The tragic thing is that's most of the games that were on my backlog before stuff this year. All the stuff this year hadn't been filed into it yet. So... they're all cocooned. But Shovel Knight's there. Or, well, maybe. Bow. Even like made the loading screen aliens super HD. Yeah, I think I preferred that being on like shoulder buttons. This is technically easier, but it doesn't feel right, if you know what I mean. Oop. That's kind of why I was hit L1 there and nothing happened. It's like, what's going on? Right. Har use alien. R1. Nope. The only sad thing is, and the original game was like this too, you can't have to stop moving to be able to hear Eggman's messages in the background, but a lot of them are really fucking funny. Like the one where he starts talking about like a car has been broken into and he goes, wait, hang on, that's mine. I don't know if I can read. There are like, we'll see when we get out of the level. There were like control options. I wonder if they'll let me like rebind like the. Let me change that, like specifically the. What is it? Oh, we lost the aliens. I got hit. Let me rebind that. That'd be nice if they would, because it would make more sense to do it with the shoulder buttons. Yeah, wrong button. Yeah, probably, yeah. Just for guests to laugh at, maybe. I do like this. I don't remember if the original did that, but like making the UI slide away for little cinematic bits is nice. What? Oh, I see. That's in case you fuck it up. You can have Tail save you. That's new to this version, if I'm not wrong. Because I don't remember that at all. Good. Ooh. Did I not do anything? Okay, yeah, that's what that does. If you had another one, you can use those to do like a big mad rebound thing or keep hitting circle. Because that button on Unleashed will stop. But I'll just make that an adaptation because I think it stays square or X or whatever it is on Xbox controller for Generations. It would, yeah. It would also just be very funny if he was actually, was legitimately good at making like theme park designs, so he knew how to do like recordings to make himself more personable and for guests to enjoy themselves. Someone nosy. No, okay, that opened the level, not the menu. Do we have to back out? No. Or activate menu. Options satellite, I'll do it. This feels like a test thing for like, Frontiers. Yeah, that feels like a testing for Frontiers. Yeah, he would be. If he just, did things that way around, he would probably, like, have what he wanted by now. But, that's why we love this dipshit. God help him. Sonic Burns. I would barely call that a dark aura, but sure. It's funny that that one has a special condition. I love it. All the dark ones are like fucking Metal Sonic. Oh, what, to make him playable? Oh, I see. Oh, that's your icon. Okay. The Dark Boost does look good though. At least they added it in the patch for whatever reason. What was I doing? Settings. Boost, drift, slide. No, that's all. That's all that you change. Oh well. It's pretty much identical to the settings on the start screen. So yeah. Constant risk of bodily harm. Yeah. Here we go. I don't really remember any of the medals. I'm not really going to try to look for them because fuck it, they're just for Supersonic, who has interesting stuff in what they do with him, but isn't needed for the story at all. I thought that was going to hit me. You cheeky git. Mean as hell. This was kind of a thing that was a bit fussy with on colors originally. A lot of the levels, like, I say a lot, like a fair amount of levels in each world are actually really short, like kind of puzzle levels, and like that was true of Unleashed as well. Like I had like very short, very hard levels that like, you know, special gimmick or whatever to them, but like in Unleashed they were almost completely optional. And Unleashed's main levels were actually, like, even as daytime Sonic, were actually really beefy and grandiose and all that, whereas the main levels of colors are all individually smaller because they spread them all out basically. So it just kind of makes it all feel a bit too bite-sized at times. Also, the shorter levels aren't as tricky and complex as the shorter levels for daytime Sonic in Unleashed. And to be fair, this was made for the Wii, so they had to account for, like, you know, hardware, size limits and all that. Swings and roundabouts, basically. What I'm saying is that developing for Nintendo consoles has only ever held Sonic back. What the fuck is this? This is new. This wasn't in colors, this one. Like, no, it wasn't in colors. It's not on the title screen now. Yeah, I know basically nothing about this shit beyond, you know, the fact that the remaster was originally like a disaster at launch. And I saw this on like the title art, like the PS5 splash art, and I was like, oh, that must be like one they could have cut out in the game at some point, but no, they added it. Oh, did they? I missed that entirely. I'll give that a gander. It's a very Luigi's Mansion track, this. Ooh, okay. Bye. Please boost. I remember that. Yeah. Whoops, bye. We don't have spice here. I think we don't get spice like an R2 world. That is one neat thing, though. The amount of, like, this optional stuff you do for, essentially for score. Really, a lot of the stuff, like, optional stuff in Colors was for score, because scoring was a big thing in Colors. Rip. Yeah, you can wall jump out of here at least. Pretty much. And like the scoring mechanics of Colors were actually like remarkably in depth at times. Like on levels where you're on like the rail thing where you can like dash left or right, like in like a straight away run section, you basically just want to do that a lot, if I remember right, because that will just give you score rapidly. Even if you don't strictly need to, just keep mashing back and forward. I just realized the reason that's on control stick and not shoulder buttons is probably because it was on control stick on Wii. There we go. I'm actively hunted, but if I can sneak it, I will. I lost track of where he was. I was like, I'm still up top, and no, I was not. Oop. No, oh, fuck it. Blech. D. What else was there? The other main way of scoring is basically like, just try and grab every single wisp you can and just use the shit out of them, even if it costs you time. Because the score you get from doing a lot of wisp stuff can just make up for time.
23, 24, 25. Not nearly enough aliens. Want us to get more? No, I want you to get me a cheeseburger and a shake. That'll be easier. Cheeseburgers don't run as fast as they little alien varmints. Idiot, get me more aliens.
I'm glad that that's subtitled now so you can actually make out what he's saying.
Wait a minute, I need to go over yonder. Sorry. Precious little alien.
Hyper go on power.
And then nothing will stop me. I know I say that every time, but this time really, nothing will stop me. What? Sonic!
Who you calling nothing?
Oh yeah, this was also the first game that the... Also, this is just sinful right here. Like, him turning his head does make it a bit funnier, but, you know,
Great.
sinful.
Nobody would get that.
Don't do that.
You're so smart, robot. You take care of this mess. Release
But yeah, this was the first one where Roger Craig Smith was voicing Sonic, as Unleashed was the last one of the 4 kids voice actors. And I just remember at the time that it was the fucking funniest thing in the world, because his big games to that point were Chris Redfield in Resident Evil 5 and Ezio Auditore in Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, I don't even know if maybe Revelations. So yeah, a bit of a departure. But it was fucking funny to think about. He does a good job. It really is. Yep. Item boost. Bye. That would be very funny. I just want to make him an Assassin's Creed where he's just doing the Sonic voice. Everyone else is being serious, but he's doing his Sonic voice, but all the serious dialogue. How was that not an S rank? Go to hell. I guess that's it, like, you know, you need to use boost and shit a bit more to get the extra points, because raw time is not enough, and that's, pardon me, to be fair, like, good, that makes it more technical for scoring. But also, fuck you, that took me like 10 seconds. It does. Reaper is an exceedingly good class. That was that was the class I played Endwalker as. You fucking double trigger mode and everything. It's great. Use Scythe as a skateboard. I think not. You know what? No, you're right. We can't do that. Wait, can you do that in Shovel Knight with one of the expansion guys? Like the, I forget his name. Like the Reaper Knight. God bless. Spectre Knight. That's the one. That's rad. Using a scythe as a skateboard.
Check them out, and maybe save some aliens.
I do like that line. Don't think about it. Corpse cleanup, don't think about it. Robot version of like Viscera cleanup detail. This is what happens when you just rush and murder a boss in 10 seconds. You cause problems. You only grind on certain rails in some stages. So really, it is an extremely Sonic class, though. You can buy an armor that allows you to grind anywhere. That sounds metal. Look at the giant jelly bean rockets. They do tricks, but they do not. I mean, you know, even if they do nothing, letting you do tricks at all is just like they know what they're doing. When is the Shovel Knight, like, sick nasty Spectre Knight, like, yeah. Fucking, oops. What is it? Spectre Knight's Pro Skater. When's that? That should be one. Why not at this point? Give the people what they crave. Making the drill stuff, just the pulsing bass beat was too good. No chance running out. It's just so good, just the fucking like pulsing bass beat. The controller's vibrating too, which is lovely. Oops. Donut rope. Fuck. Yeah. Nope, I didn't want to do that. I just want to double jump past you, please. Okay, you can just jump. Why is he making giant jelly bean rockets? I suppose, well, why not at the same time, but... Yeah, that is just kind of mash it.
Uh-oh, that switch just released some Eggman robots.
Oh no. I don't remember Tails giving you a line for that kind of thing. I guess that's what the whole extra navigator thing. Jelly buttons be done by. You know what? You're right. I hadn't considered that angle, but you're right. He's a smart man, that Eggman. Go free, my children. Go free. They mostly went into the water, but go free. That's the only thing, you can't boost on a big straight away like this because boost is also fucking drift. And I think that was also the case in the original. They didn't want you to go boost and go crazy and die, but it's like, come on, you know. Let me. Send you golden children. Oh no, what did you think of? What terrible thing did you think of?
Uh-oh, that switch just released some Eggman robots.
Damn, all three of them. Five, but you know. Forgot about the popcorn. That terrified me for a moment. I was like, oh, spikes! Oop. It worked out. I had two options and I picked the correct one. Child Garden comes back with Wisp Garden instead. Yeah, I could see them doing something like that. To be honest, well, maybe not now. I don't know if they're still like super big on Wisps now, because I don't think they've been shown for Frontiers, or they have, then maybe then. and also I guarantee that they'll do it, and then you know people will act like it's the newest genocide that the world has had to deal with. Because like I wouldn't like it much either to replace Chow with a Whisk, because like Chow are just cuter and better, but also you know people will act like, well, this game has literally you know like been responsible for 2 or 3 pogroms now just by doing this, so let's just say the most awful things we can. Oh. Please. Rocket is a really funny power-up, and I don't know if I can do it. I will try to do it when I play Generations. But you can use Rocket to, in very precision spots, to like, in the Planet Wisp level, in Generations to basically skip ahead and skip loading triggers so the level turns invisible for a bit until you hit the next one. And, you know, God bless them for letting that happen. It's on the Master System. I never actually played the Master System one. You know what you can just do the thing. How do I know? It's not bad, but it has those problems. Okay. Sky with the damn hang glider. Doing like a hang glider thing on a Master System sounds really fun. Oh, whoops. I'm still holding boost. I do appreciate how neatly they split open. Fucking teacup. Well, damn, how can you get hit? You can't get your rings back. Ugh. I guess because the Master System couldn't handle it. Just like spraying all the rings around for you to grab. That's nasty. No one had the wisdom to make it like just take off half your rings yet. Fair, I don't think the series in general had that wisdom until like Unleashed. So they actually do just go to the worlds where they get used in. That's fun. Oh, they do spray, you just can't get them. Ooh, why? Not like you have a physics engine. If you can put them on screen, you can make them grabbable, I would hope. Fiends. Yeah. Game Gear version Screen Crunch. Oh, that's, yeah. That's very, we didn't know how to design this for a small handheld screen. To be fair, you know, it does take adaptation too. This stuff was all very new. But even so, like, oof. Shit. I fucked it up. Okay, it actually corrects itself for you. That's nice. Unless that was just the height. That might have just been the height. That was just the height. I assumed the worst. Fuck. Why Frenzy? Oh, that's why. There's a giant stock of boxes of Frenzy you can eat. There you go. Thinking about it, it's kind of it's funny to think about that they did make essentially like 3 versions of like Sonic 1 and 2. And for Master System, the Mega Drives, of course, and Game Gear. The Game Gear one is the one where, like, if you don't get all the Chaos Emeralds, like, you get a screen implying that Tails died, isn't it? Where it just shows him in, like, his silhouette and the stars as very sad music plays. Just to torment small children. The handheld team was on some shit. Game hard. Oh dear. Imagine if you finally struggled through it, like all like the terror of Game Hard and all that. You got there and it was just you didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds. Tails has died. You would cry. You just would. Use the hand glider morph. Were they just in the level, or is like did they have a special stage involved using it as well? No mysterious shit for us. They're just in the level? Ah, okay. Game being game hard, you would just perish. Gotcha. Fuck. Just shitting trophies at me, honestly, but then Unleashed should be mostly progress achievements I got. That's very Rystar, that. Fuck. Can we just boost there, or do we need the thing? Let's find out. We can, okay. Why? Rip. Everything is awful. Oh, you can homing attack that. There's that over there to use as a springboard at least, so there's also that. I just noticed that egg robot in the chocolate. He's perished. Goodbye. This reminds me, just any sweets aesthetic level like this. Something like a zoo, because of course, but also what is it? Fucking the chocolate river, especially the jelly beans and stuff, makes me think of the M&M's game on PS1, which is a really bad 3D platformer. They're controlled pretty poorly, and yeah, the only levels I ever saw that were like fucking, because we had it, and the only levels I ever saw because we couldn't get very far were like perish. where basically like, you were just constantly hopping across like big rivers of chocolate and M&Ms, and you controlled fucking terribly. You could like barely steer yourself. Your jumps didn't feel adequate. It was trying to be Crash Bandicoot kinda, and just couldn't stack up, of course.
If I was an alien in need of saving, where would I be? Experience has taught me to investigate anything that glows.
It's true. That is the design pattern for Eggman stuff usually.
Experience has also taught me that the best way to solve problems is to kick robot butt.
Visitors are cautioned to avoid feeding, petting, or saving any aliens.
Don't save them.
Excuse me, giant killer
Let them
robot?
die.
You want to do this the hard way or the easy way?
I think Disneyland has the same policy for their staff members. Like, if you see one in trouble, like, don't help them, just let them die.
Somehow I knew you'd say that. Let's
So that's not even like especially evil. That's like, you know, uniquely evil for him. That's just practice. Rip. Oh, it was slightly off time. Where's... Oh, can't just boost into him. Rip. I think you need drill for that. I think maybe they'd like bust the wee ones and like one of them will pop a drill pod. Thank you. Ow.
Battle's only just open and
Yep. Fortunately, Sonic has a bit of difficulty gaining the momentum to skip. No, not really. Like, it used to be they were vaguely related to, like, you know, whatever interdimensional bullshit the Chaos Emeralds used to be related to before this binned all that come Sonic Adventure. I would argue rightfully. And, since then, rings have just kind of been currency and just kind of existed. I know some of the cartoons used to try to do stuff where, like, rings were actually unique and individual stuff and, like, you know... Yeah... Basically, don't get hit, because getting your rings back in that mess is a mess. Hello, Anomaly. Oh, that gave me drill that time. Okay. Correct. Drill hits basically equivalent to 3 homing attacks. Give me a drill. Saw that. Magical creatures called goldsmiths. I was told they came from Jesus. No, this works just as well. I thought they would hurt you, but they don't. They just kind of bump you. Alright, assume the worst. Oops, shit, didn't mean that. It doesn't get counted as done until if you hit. Oh, that's nasty. That's bad. It doesn't get counted as done if you accidentally hit retry. Held up armor, there's a 19. I haven't been on it today because I was like, oh, raid series is being maintenance in. So I was gonna wait for that. I think tomorrow, if I'm not busy, it'll be tomorrow or the day after, I'll stream doing the raid series. The armor, so you got another one. So you were doing Culinarian as well, if I remember. As I remember, that we wouldn't just sit there and play it. So that's what? Culinarian, Fisher, Armor. You want to have all of Limsa's trades mastered before you get 3 AR. Now you just need to do Arcanist, which will give you access to a healer as well as DPS. Really, you just never need to like deal with anything outside of Limsa. Get the full experience. That's it. That's really tight timing. Boring, but it's not too difficult to level use waves. Okay, so David had mentioned to me actually today that he's got, like, Lucy has everything except Fisher up to 90 in terms of crafters and gatherers. And he's not far behind, and he says it's the Levs that are doing it. Which I find fucking wild. Because I don't think he's that much time to run around, that's curious. So I'm guessing, like, they actually have balanced it very favorably despite removing the whole triple use one. The original Demon Souls is an untextured 3D model of the chainsaw gun from Gears of War in its file. I saw that video. Actually, it was fucking a trip. Like, it's a black void, and then they put like the person who did it like put the like textures from a shield or whatever on it, and suddenly it's like, oh yeah, that's a fucking Lancer. It's fucking, this is the Gears of War chainsaw bayonet. I'm personally of the theory that it must have just been like in an asset pack that Microsoft handed them, because like they mentioned, like it was either in the video or someone below mentioned like Chrome Hounds, like a Xbox 360 game they made before Demon Souls, and I could see that being the case. Like they were just handed an asset pack. Yeah, it was in the video. They were probably just handed an asset pack that had it in it, and they were just using it when doing like early testing shit. Who knows? It could also just be that someone was a big fan of Gears of War from, so when they had to like model something to like test weapons with, they just decided to cheekily model a Lancer.
That's good intel. Keep working on it.
Hey, where are you going?
To find Baldy McNose.
It's gonna be one of those two.
I'm totally calling him McNose hair.
Like, it could have been like they did it just to have like a, so they did like show using it as a chainsaw, not chainsaw, crossbow model. So it could also have been that, but who knows? Starlight Carnival. Always like that. This one's just pure visual treat for the first leg of it. Enjoy the colors. Know that I am, because it's... I didn't check if it turned HDR off on this. So the recording might go a bit off color in places. I have like no boost at the moment, so... Mild terror. And then as the floor comes back from underneath you, just, you know, don't panic. Panic. It's kind of what they should have done for a lot of those sequences in Unleashed, is making you the jump automatically. You just make it the same jump button. Honestly. I guess if you don't have your own queue before getting here. Come on. Ow. Please, I beg of you. Drift Sonic on the winds. Oh, there was a bit of a visual issue. A whole bunch of them didn't display on time. It's a fucking cool sequence though.
Run into the side of Moto.
Yep. What's up, buddy? Perish. These roads only know one master. Look at the quick step bonus, look at it build. Just keep hitting the stick. Say, I can't move at the moment. Hello, 20,000 light years. What did this boy call Eggman Baldy? They don't have her. Why would you're right. They don't have her. Why would they know about that? Yeah, blacksmith is basically the same as armorer. It's kind of literally like all the other crafters except for like are kind of the same deal. Get material, bash the same thing out. You know. Oh, why? I'm gonna die. Yep.
I can do this all day.
Please let go. But yeah, like all the crafters are roughly the same idea. It's just what changes is what you make and what you need to do it. Fuck. You can't be everywhere at once. Probably because you want, like, if you did it that way, if you just ran all the ships into, like, the planet, you wouldn't have much of a planet left. For, like, Sonic Heroes, they tried the whole... Fuck. Overshot. pressure, level 17. Oh, fuck. Perish. I didn't run in time, goddammit. No, that's just taunting. Well. Free, that's okay. We started at C. I wanted to share my the quick step bonus to C with me. Kind of. Sick. Well, they all drift off. I need to. That looks right, but just give me, bear with me a sec here as I don't think there's a cutscene. No. Bear with me a sec here, I'm just gonna quickly make sure. I think the PS5 still has HDR turned off for since the Endwalker streams, but paranoid because I forgot about that for Unleashed, and while it mostly looked okay, there were bits where you could tell it was kind of having a moment as it was, you know, yeah, HDR is off. Kind of having a moment as the capture card can pass through HDR and even capture HDR, but OBS can't. OBS does not like it. OBS has no support for HDR at all. So it made everything look a bit funky. That's what I was, when I at the end I was like, oh, why does that look off on my monitor? It's because it was the HDR was displaying really badly on Sonic Unleashed's title screen when looked through it. Looked at through OBS. Capturing never really gets easier. You solve problems of like, oh, like this keeps looking, like, it's difficult to get this to look smooth while also being decent quality. You solve that problem, and then next thing you know, fucking, you know, HDR is a thing that exists now, and fuck you for trying to record. Well, while also having things look nice for your screen. Excellent. Oh, balls. I was a cube, you can't blame me. Check that out. Fucker. Like, a lot of the joy of it comes from either, like, I found anyway, was either like committing to not using market board stuff and like having the gallery so you could go get everything yourself, so you'd have to work stuff out. It becomes like a whole little game unto itself, in my opinion, but outside of that, like, the real fun and usefulness of crafters anyway comes out of having everything maxed, essentially. So yeah, like, you know, if you're not too fussed on them now, they don't really change later, and while they are useful, you don't need them at all. You can pretty much go entirely without them, as Chris has. But no, I don't think they're very boring. I think they're fun enough. Honestly, I think if there is an issue, it's basically like standard crafting and gallerying is fine. Anything that needs like even slightly involved in material basically just becomes a fucking nightmare. Like, unless it's like a thing you just get from a time. If it's something like where you need to craft, like the thing you need to craft the thing is another craft, like another crafter's item, like just fuck that. Like, just that makes, I get why you do that. You know, it has a sense, like makes sense from a gameplay perspective. But just from a, you know, like playing perspective, it's like, oh, fuck off. I don't. That basically means you have to buy it because the extra steps needed to gather all the shit to craft that yourself. And the end craft, the next thing is just like, go to hell. Just fuck that business. Fishing is its whole thing, and it's pretty fun all the way through. Do you drop your electricity at any point, or are you just constant buzzing? It broke sync with me, that one. Okay, thank you.
On my way.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you. That takes a bit too long for my liking. Yeah, fishing is its whole only one. So of the gatherers, it's the actual game one, so to speak. Fuck. Yeah, thank you. Okay, you can let go now. Should really be more careful about the turns, really. You good? Yeah. But at least with craft, there is like one part of crafting I do say that makes it quite worth a lot. Is like being satisfied with making your own creation. That is a good bit of it. But yeah, yeah. I don't know what happened there. Like something exploded. Fishing also has like a cosmicness to it because, as you probably noticed from one of the descriptions and such, because I think one of the descriptions you read out when we were playing together mentioned like sand fishing, because there's to let you fish like in a lot of the game without needing water everywhere. They just go off the fucking walls with like where you can fish and what you can fish. Which makes fishing just, like, fucking cosmic. Sometimes literally cosmic, as it turns out. Compared to crafters and gatherers, which just do the same business everywhere. Because there's always trees and rocks or whatever everywhere. Fishing the void of space, yeah. And Walker added star fishing. We're like the ultimate fishers. Fuck, I tried jumping. I just had too much momentum, I think. Yeah, you probably can. You can probably catch literal starfish. I haven't got Fisher high enough to do that yet, but I'm hoping you can. These things are cursed. Haunting. Why? That's not rings, that's fucking... Please, I just wanted the wall jump. God damn you. When I get Fisher high enough, we'll just have a string of me sitting in like the final area that people are having their endless goddamn chats about how like everything will die eventually, and you're like, that means everything should die forever, nihilism, And okay, yeah, thank you, come on. I don't like this as an addition. Like, I get it to like try and save your score and stuff if you have the extra life, but I would rather it just take the scoring all away from me and I just get to start fresh without being, you know, having my fucking bum tickled for a bit. That would be infinitely preferable to, you know, fucking having to sit there and listen to Tails go, Sonic! Help. No, it's meant to be nihilism, where, you know, like, nothing matters and all that. And, you know, it goes to the extreme of nothing matters and nothing ever will matter, so perish. But, you know, it's fucking stupid and bad and terrible, and it just drags it out for 50 fucking years. It just keeps saying it for like the last 8 hours of the game, like the last 7, 8 hours of the game. It's like, god damn it, stop. I got it. You're fighting, like, you know, the child's idea of like nihilism, and, you know, like, oh, when you, the universe will have a heat death eventually, and it's like, fucking so what? Who cares? I don't think these ones even crash into walls when they die, do they? Like when you end the segment, do they? Fuck's sake. Stop just in time. Please. I beg of you.
Change forms for boost
Yeah.
air rings to do
Come on. Please. Oh god, it didn't look like I was under a platform. I don't know why the lightspeed dash is restricted to a wisp system, you know, beyond, you know, needing to fill in a wisp slot. Making it like a little floating aerial thing is interesting, but also like, fuck. Like, why would you do this? That kind of takes the fun out of a lot of quests for combat classes, and many quest rewards will probably be inferior to your self-crafted gear, and therefore kind of worthless. Sorta, yeah, but to really do that, you kind of have to get ahead of the game in crafting, if you know what I mean. Like, your crafter levels will have to be ahead of it. Actually, a decent amount, at least starting with Stormblood, a decent amount of the gear it will give you for as you progress, will, like in the story I mean, will just be stuff you can also craft yourself. Like all the basic stuff anyway. And the main, you might go like, well, why have that craftable? Well, you know, for your other classes, you know, like, and also for other people's other classes, so you can get money from them. The cheeky fuckers. Of course, with the way I ended up playing, how things ended up going, where like we were still vaguely aligned until like the end of Stormblood, where it's kind of like, okay, look, like Chris doesn't have the time to play this, but I do. So I would like to play this, you know, I would like to just make my progress by myself, essentially. Until that, oh fuck. Because of that, I had ended up on Shadowbringers tier stuff at the start of Shadowbringers, and I was already at the end game stuff. I'm not thinking. I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know why you made these breakable. When, like, unbreakable, sorry, when you can just make them breakable with very fast respawns. Fly upon you, demon. Yes, ironically, the end of Endwalker just kind of sucks. Anyway, so having said though, like, the raid series, like, sort of thing, you know, next stream will actually be the raid series, like first tier of the raid series, then whatever Sonic game we're on, like presumably colors, but you never know. 'Cause we're already on like the third of 6 worlds. Like, it's a pretty short game. Also, which I guess kind of proves like their fears about needing the Warthog were right, but at the same time, the main levels also have to be smaller because it was on the Wii, which couldn't handle, couldn't really handle, you know, like entirely the same scope as Unleashed, or at least not as well. Balls. Oh, but fuck me then. All right. Just punish me with bombs from above. Oh yeah, Endwalker's Raid series has come out. Like, the first tier of it, like, so the first 4 fights have come out. That came out today, so, like, next stream will be that, basically. That's not what I intended to do at all, but it works out. Oh. A bit of an unfortunate place they land. All my rings go from that. I think they did. That's terrible. Oh, this was not ideal. Yeah, this, despite Unleashed having the half rings thing, Colors doesn't. That's curious. I ended up doing a lot of hovering, so we started a day. It wasn't enough for this. Not wrong, this boss is gonna be the big ships, I think. Truly anywhere.
But I'm right here behind this generator. That's it, Hedgehog. Stand there and be a nice little target.
Tails, is that you humming?
I love that line. Is that you humming? It's like, no, Sonic. You fuckwit. No, he was zombie.
He's my buddy now.
Sonic is too relaxed and thus cannot perceive like vaguely veiled threats.
Mind control beam that runs on any energy clouds is doing something to him. Does it?
That's a good line.
To get to me, you're going to have to go through your best friend. This
Turn heels into a warthog. Oh no. It does kind of look like that, doesn't it?
Oh, I will. In fact, the only way to make this better would be to have you
He would just deck Tails once and then jump over him. Somehow Tails also becomes a warthog despite not being a hedgehog.
Buddy, are you alright?
Where am I? Why is my nose here tingling?
See, when he says my nose hair is tingling, that kind of implies that he was beginning to grow a mustache like Eggman's. I choose to believe that's what the ultimate effect of being possessed by that for too long is. You just start growing the mustache. And if it fully grows, you don't need to be possessed by the laser anymore.
I'll leave you your own private tour guide.
Wheels.
Tails, I told you he had an evil plot. Coming here was a good idea.
Well, yeah.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
I don't know why Tails ever doubted that, honestly. They didn't bet because Sonic is not a gambler. But he totally would be in any other scenario. That's it. Nope, that didn't count. I was like, shoot into the blimp, but no. Not that like, people would be okay with having a probably mindless servants. But you even thinking of a world that the robots don't make it. You know, you're right. It might just be like that's the scientist part. It's a scientific curiosity to see if he could do it at this point. That's the only thing that makes sense, I think. Oh, fuck me then. Bye. Fucking, it's hanging on there pretty well. Oop. I love that. Just fucking skewering straight through a part and destroying it. That's rad. I was too fast for the rings. I think really, if Eggman would ever succeed, he'd actually run into these conundrums, and then he would realize the error of his ways and just unleash everything, like he'd just let everyone go so he could have antagonists again. As a white it's like Tom and Jerry. As a white opposition, he is not completed. He and Sonic complete each other and are dependent on each other. It's a codependent relationship that neither realizes they have, but are absolutely, they have absolutely built like their foundations on. exactly that. It's all just he can't admit that he has no friends and just wants Sonic as a friend. Because that would imply his own fault, you see. Look, the Sonic games were never really exactly adult literature or anything, but you can tell like this one was written for a slightly younger audience than usual. It's kind of like the stepping stone towards having like Sonic Boom and shit. And kind of forces when you think about it, despite his attempt to be darker, so to speak. I would hope you could do, like, fucking 2 plus 3 deals. Reflection on their eyes weirds me out a little. That's the Wii trying the best. Yeah. I think really it just betrays, like, neither of them understand their IQ stuff. Because really, they are very intelligent, but only in very specific ways. Yeah, pretty much.
That's the wrong chip. Really? Are you sure he doesn't
Like it's actual, like, if it has any applications or whatever, like it's a very general measure at its absolute best, and even then not that indicative of very much. Not much that you couldn't already tell anyway.
Sonic's world will be under my control. When it is, it will be the crown jewel of my amusement.
Beyond that, you start getting into the whole thing of, like, you know, there's no such thing as just one singular intelligence. There are different kinds of intelligences. You know, like social intelligence, spatial intelligence, all the rest of it. What was like? Wasn't there like someone had like proposed like a list of 5 specific ones or something like that? I forget. Monkey intelligence, yeah. Hedgehog intelligence. I keep expecting it to launch into slightly like more elaborate generations version of this music. Well, fuck me then. It's all over. I don't know why it showed that. Ooh.
Change forms with pink wisp.
It does look very nice, yeah. Like slightly alien you know, landscape of like the floor and all that, mixed with like the giant mechanical stuff. Pardon me. I've gone entirely the wrong way, but fuck it. This is just weird. This is the life I have chosen. We're gonna go backwards through this level. Or through that part of the level, rather. That's just how Spike goes. Keep waiting for like the key to use to come up. It's just all X this time. Does Spike break the game? Yeah. I suppose it's kind of what happens when you have like wall crawling as an ability. Is you can't help but have wall crawling be the most busted shit. Like, because it is pretty close to genuinely unlimited, unrestrained wall crawling. Oh, fuck. Fucking 2 of them. Oh, brain. Tried jumping. Fucked it up. Whew. They go through walls and shit. Fucking hell. Didn't know that. The game was not ready for the true power of spikes. Only now you tell me there's a floor hazard? Please. Have a nosy at that and just watch them just drift through reality. They go free. Everyone gets a little spike. stay on target. I feel like another Sonic game has that as a trophy or achievement name. I could be thinking of another game entirely, to be fair. Balls. Give me the shits, why don't you? Help. In. Please. Music is really good though. Fucker. No, okay, that's what it does. I was expecting it to like shift in such a way as the riches. Expecting it to shift the other way, like it's like the Sonic 2 ones, like in Chemical Plant was what I was expecting. Fucking the jumping. Yep. Or just don't, whatever's cool. It's more Guild of Dungeoneering. The game's a bit too luck-based for my taste. It's a card-based game. The combat's still fine, but you also build the map from cards, and sometimes it just doesn't give the cards you need. This sounds kind of like fucking like Loop Hero, but also like that one Square Enix released recently. What was it like? Voice of Dragon, Isle of Dragon, Voice of Dragons. Something to like have a nose at that, but that'll be eventually. That's down the list. Let's build the map from certain cards. Voice of cards, the Isle of Dragon Wars. That's it. That sounds right. I don't know if it actually plays like that, but it's a similar concept, I think, where like the cards you get define the world around you. Mission to go to a certain point in a certain amount of rounds, that just doesn't give you the cards to build a corridor to that area. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's one of those things you should absolutely have like a lot of logic for catching, because that's just like very like oof. Well, nah, that should be the basic stuff. When you're making like, well, especially a game that's based on like procedural generation, random stuff. Essentially, whoops. Did not boost. Perish. It's fine. It's cool. Or just stop, I guess. God damn you. Well, fuck. Don't hit the button. You'll die. Fuck. I was like, is this gonna stop me or? Yeah, okay, thank you. It's not displaying cube in the thing, but I have it. Yeah, there's another ego. At least it's relatively minor, I guess, unless I don't have infinite cube, in which case that's tragically funny. Oh god, he just stopped.
Oh, Sonic!
That's what I get for mashing X to try and escape Tails. Yeah, it's just stopped displaying the wisps. Precision platforming as the Warhog was pretty aggravating. Precision platforming like this with the side-on 2D Sonic, also pretty aggravating. Must be said. It's like, fuck me, why? That's true. It's, at least it's not Forces one. Oh god. It just feels like a kill. Where did you put me? Okay, but move back. Okay, back at the checkpoint. Right. You don't have Teals now. That's the only thing. Like, getting Teals made me forget where the checkpoint was. I was like, oh fuck, what happened now? No, it is back at the checkpoint. Just checkpointed me pretty quick, actually. There we go. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised by that at all. Okay, well, we just narrowly made it out of D. Now, so far, like, I think they fixed the thing where if you kept going out to the map screen from levels, like you just played the game enough, the game would just melt down. It seems like they fixed that because it hasn't happened yet. That could also just be because I'm on PS5, or just, you know, they at least reduced it enough so that you won't notice it as much. Like, I guess we'll find out. Managed to beat the second boss in Valheim. Nifty. It just stopped. it just stopped. I guess I should have mashed a bit harder. This is FF14. Hello, Chris. No, that's gonna be tomorrow or the day after, whenever next time is. I was like, damn it, I said I'd do colors and I want to do colors. So here we are. Yep. Live in fear. Fear and loathing on Planet Wisp. Can't stop here, this is laser country. I don't trust. Wait, do I trust? I trust. Yeah, I trusted. It was correct. Oh god, where do you want me to rock it? Just in general? Let's go. Not sure why I sent that. He's just here to sass me. You know, that game is kind of funny to me because that's what my home village is called. Valheim? Or I was just like, wait, hang on, what? Yeah, hi Chris, bye Chris. Come in to be cheeky, the bint. Oh, that's nifty. That'd be it. That must be fun. And, you know, it could be funnier and or worse and or better depending on your point of view. Where like the only other thing like you'll know Belfast for is it's near the, you know, Azure Lane picked the name for the HMS Belfast to give to a sexy mood. So it could be that. Or it could be the whole game. Somehow you see all the shit going on here? It's imperialism. He's a goddamn imperialist.
Intergalactic gas?
That's pretty low, even for a sleazeball like Eggman.
Some suspects may have indigenous aliens in destruction of natural resources may occur. Eggman Enterprise is not responsible.
Gee, you getting any of that?
We are dying.
It sounds like they're in shock.
You're right, actually. If you called him Mega, he'd be perfectly authorized to be here and destroy everything because he's a robot.
Strange transformation and having been dragged across the universe.
Well, I still can't believe he kidnapped a whole planet. How did somebody do that?
They're saying it was either ice cream or a tractor beam.
Yeah, well, I'm going to guess it was.
Use a bit of logic here, Tails. Come on.
If it was, I would get one for back home.
Dude, I'd get two. Now, if everyone will excuse me, I'm going to put a stop to these renovations.
Renovations. Plop. Let's go cause chaos over here. Oh yeah, these ones. I do like that on top of it being like, you know, the same robot designs still from Heroes, which Unleashed did as well. These ones actually have the guns and stuff they used in Heroes, only like, you know, they're a lot more active. It's a fun little bit of continuity. Well, Heroes and Shadow, to be specific. It was only after, I think even Generations is when they made, like, no, Generations still had them in some levels, actually. Like, you know, the Heroes level, come to think of it. I think it was after that with Forces and all that kind of dropped it. And I guess Lost World will find out, because I do intend to play that. As soon as I have it on Steam. We'll just have to hope it behaves itself. Spikes are in this level. Just jump in the air and drift towards the ring. Defy the paradigms. Fuck. Don't do that, actually. No, do it. This will get me, yeah. Ultimately the same effect. Oh. Alright. Didn't need that boost pad anyway. That's the only thing about like not like that being on the control stick, is that sometimes you jump thinking you're safe, but then suddenly you have motion again. It's like, oh fuck, oh god. Just play with fire. It's cool. Fire is cool and safe. I suppose the one thing is, by making it a wisp thing, you could just make the Lightspeed dash trails like super long, because the player may not necessarily use them because they won't have the hover or whatever. Fuck. So there's that aspect too, which is fun. Yep. Spike's music is so good though. Ah, I have been tricked. Spike can fearlessly leap wherever it wants because it's fucking Spike. Jesus. I thought it was going to throw me into the void there. Fucker. Alright. Fucker. That was all entirely me, but you know, fucker. Well, save yourself. It's cool. Hit the wrong button, but it's fine. It's cool. It's fine. It's gonna run out. It's fine. I just barely made it the spike. Everything's safe again. No, this must be the end. Or near the end. One to the other. Maybe? Oh, now I live in fear. There we go. Oh, I got a mess. If I remember right, like, you actually got extra lives for this and not the tokens. Actually, you know, you probably just don't have lives anymore, which is why it only shows, like, your Teal's bonuses thinking about it. Yeah. So that would be that would actually be a good shift. Because it kind of didn't really need lives.
And there's the generator. Seems like these guys are getting harder and harder to find.
Wheel 2. Wheel harder.
For a fact, these guys are getting harder and harder to beat.
Please remember, all planets in Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park are,
As far as you know.
owned properties of Eggman Enterprises and its subsidiaries. All unauthorized photography, video reproduction, or shutting down of
Well, that's a stream going to be DMCA'd.
Eggman, I am going to save this planet, and I am going to free these aliens. No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me.
There was a much cheekier line back around like 2010 when like a lot of the DMCA copyright stuff began taking like a lot of attention in the public sphere, or at least the online public sphere. This one will probably be a bit trickier. No, actually, probably not that much. Nah, we're fine. Oh, you close your face now. That's what the trick is. Fucking wee.
It's a weak point. Use the cut.
Yeah, thank you. So was present to 2022. There's no other candidate options, really. Who could even compete? Now the S ranks happen. Give me that medal. Be free, my children.
Wow, sometimes I even impress myself. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off.
This is a really funny boss to have him do this on.
How this would end.
Are you talking to the broken robot who can't hear you?
Maybe. That's between me and the robot.
It's a funny line. Village Too Small have any research in the history of the name, but Heim means home, and the first half is probably connected to the Welsh, which was the old Germanic word for Romans and Celts that took on from the Roman culture. This is the name of where the name of Wales in the UK and Wallonia in Belgium come from. Oh. Home of Romans or Romanized Celts. That's interesting. I did always wonder why it's called Wales, so I guess there we go.
Next stop, Planet Wind. Next stop, the Aquarium Park.
The Aquarium Park. Ah yes, the aesthetic area. This is also the one that has running across water, so basically this hits two like, perfect notes for me. Not very long stretches running across water, mind you, but it has it. Also robots with katanas. I fucked it up, so just destroy them. Ugh, give me that. Wrong button.
You can push hit the boost button while
This is the thing I was thinking of in Unleashed. It's this. You can hit the boost and just shove boxes like that. Which is another blessed improvement over just having to stop and push blocks in Unleashed. Help. There's also a really fun part with the water sections, actually. You can just, because you have the double jump, you can just mash the shit out of jump to go up high in the water forever. Because, you know, the water means you can't just do that forever. Wrong button, there we go. It's really nice, and then they take that away in Generations. Because that doesn't have the double jump. Oh, this was the end of the laser path. Oh. Like just wee. On the water segment, do you mean just smack the button and laugh? I fucked up by doing that, but it's fine. But, you know, I didn't really. Come on. Fuck's sake. I can hit you through the box. That's mean. These are framed from breaking glass. I think all the fish are just robots anyway, so... Help. No, no, that's the limit. Okay. The ending is below us. My village doesn't have a history that goes back to Roman times. It might be directly connected to Wallonia, since it isn't far from here. Some people from Wallonia moved here, so it was called the home of the Walloon. We are the Walloons. We march upon this small hamlet and take it as our own. Ah, fuck. This is the only thing, like, having the double jump does kind of add to the issue where you still have a thing that like fights with the homing attack. And at least it was the boost, and here's the double jump. That is what people from Wallonia are called. God bless. I'm glad it's Walloon. I don't even care if that's pronounced right. As far as I'm concerned, it is Walloon. Getting this button right now, are you kidding me? I didn't even need a cube, it's only for you want to go mad score points. I didn't mean that. Well, I'll have to do it again now because I hit fucking R1 by accident. I wish it let me rebind that control as well so I could set it to fucking L1 or something other than the same button as your wisp powers. As that's why I hit it. I was like, oh, hit it and see if you can do cube in the thing, but oh wait, no. That's reset. We know from the boss fight if you reset, it doesn't give you the level clear, so you need to play the level again anyway. They do make like if you got a ring, it's like super emphasized now. It's not just faded out, but it's the color and all. Oh, I guess that was an easy way to get a beat your previous score trophy. Boop. Came from the first mention of the village happened. There was some kind of travel story of a French guy in a time when the area was occupied by France in the early 1800s. That sounds about right. It's like 1800s and fucking 1800s and early 1900s were all extremely big on like travel guides written by people who had the money or capability to go exploring, essentially. There was also a lot of like interest, especially in like the Far East, like places like Persia, India, and all the rest. Like there's a lot of Eastern continent stuff began rising up because there's people going out there and writing really elaborate stories about how the princes and all that had harems of women, and isn't that so debased? And aren't we better and stuff like that? So basically, you know, people had enough money to go on holidays and just kept writing like just whatever shit they wanted to about the places they went to. And that's when people began going like, I want to go there, and then tourism began, and you know, the world was forever ruined. The end. Oh, you get that trophy then. I think if you're that good, you don't need that trophy. That you somehow need to create a more perfect than perfect score. Or you need to like limit your power level just enough to get that trophy. Because otherwise you are literally too good. Well, God is dead. These sections are a wee bit... Yeah, we didn't really need two of these in the same world. I guess with your frenzy it changes it entirely, but you know, we're pre-frenzy when you first get here, most likely. I think we can go unlock frenzy, but more likely than not you're just doing what I do and go left or right so you don't have frenzy. You like the bowling noises if you get the slam. Second, it looked like Sonic had just begun drowning on the results screen. It is underwater. Right. I am going to go to the toilet for a minute. So I will be back in a minute. See you then. There we go. And there we go. The harem is the perfect combination of aren't we far more civilized than them, and I want to imagine myself having this myself. Yep, pretty much exactly that. That was pretty much the entirety of it, honestly. Yeah, thank you. Talking about harems in Sonic while playing Sonic games, what do we like? Oh, the camera isn't liking this, I can tell you that much. Yeah, there's still the occasional little blemish where it's like, you know, Sonic inverts or like displays weirdly on hills, or you know, oops. Sonic displays or inverts weirdly on hills, the camera gets caught on stuff during sequences, stuff doesn't display in properly or on time still. Slide works because I didn't have enough boost for all of them. Yep. He just sprang out of the water too. Well, fuck me then. Drill can just go through the water like it just doesn't give a shit, because it doesn't give a shit. It's Drill. I don't even think Drill needs to breathe. If it does, that's tragic. Well, we can grab bubbles out of it, so that's at least fine. Let's grind score there for a bit. Whoop. Tragic. I'll be fair, that's not one for Ultimate. That's the original game was a bit like that. Yeah, it's very much the old Sonic 2 one in specific, I think, or at least get close enough to it. Makes me relax, also makes me nervous. It being around makes you nervous, but, you know. You hear it, and it's like, okay, that's fine, but the fact that you're hearing it all is a signal of danger. And the brain knows this, and the brain is very afeared. Oh, fuck me then. I don't know what the hell you say. Something about his underwater aquarium. Yeah, this guy is like a weirder version of the same thing from, well, I can't boost because I'm out of it. I tried jumping, he just wouldn't jump. Unless he can't jump, I guess. It's like a weird, like, slightly finickier version of the other one, you know, like, boost when he punches, I guess, and avoid the lasers. Not that I can see the lasers thanks to this frozen prompt on the screen. Camera. I don't think that was intentional. The prompt's still there. You know, he just doesn't actually have a laser show up effect, it seems like. I did see people talking about that, like, it's like they're finally animating the last chapter of Bleach or whatever. But, like, fair enough for people who are excited and all that, and, like, going nuts. But, at the same time, wasn't, like, the entire final chapter, like, bad? Isn't that what like, it was bad and it got rushed towards the end because they had to end it? Unless, like, they're redoing the ending or whatever. Like, for everybody to be excited, but, and, like, you know, there is the whole thing of, like, Kupo did basically get fucking screwed over by the editors in that regard, you know. It's the grind got to him, and, you know, the grind is fucking awful and shouldn't be supported. I just saw him get trailed off by a jellyfish. I accidentally referenced that old meme. I guess for the serious answer, like, mind you, I haven't, like, watched or read Bleach myself. But if I remember, it's something like being bleached is a thing in the setting, like it's like your soul dies or something. Yeah, fuck that then. You know, honestly, going about them is kind of optimal for my preferences. Help. Yeah, they just replaced lies with those entirely, huh? Somehow that didn't proc that right away. Oh, fuck me then. Right at the end. Would have been an A if I didn't get sniped right at the end. The fancy beats, like the the SSX beats, if you ask me. This reminds me of just extreme sports games beats. Oop. I should really get down low because we need water soon. The paranoia is firm and deep. The fish saved me from myself. Ghost probably doesn't need to breathe underwater. I would hope not, it's a ghost, but you never know. Yeah, the fish are like little barriers that give you drift, like help you like swim better and also protect you. Like a hit. Or something like that. They do something like that, as I remember. Balls. Please. I need to get near a bubble thing sometime soon. I would like to have gotten that drill, but here we are. Yeah, given they wanted to make them like add these, like make this new one and add to new levels, the fact that they didn't really give them that much time at all to develop this, and they very blatantly didn't. It really doesn't. It's one of those things of like, fuck me, Sega management. Like, Sega Creative is pretty good. Sega management really needs us to be slapped in the face. Just slapped and like taken away from their own stuff. Just need replaced entirely. Become one with the fish. I'm Sonic the Werefish, the hedge fish, the fish hog, manfish. Yeah, they really do. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how bad management is, like, almost universally. Like, to the point that's kind of like, I don't understand how any of these people got to where they are levels of bad. Like, it really is just, you can be the most incompetent and stupid fucker around. I don't think you need qualifications at the time. It's fine, you can just be a fucking dipshit who doesn't matter, like, who can't do his own job. But because you're in the business class, you're fine. No. Help. I mixed up the buttons. Nope. That one's a different path. This is a very unleashed combat style room. No? Did I miss one? Nope, there's more coming in. Alright, there we go. That's the other fun thing. In this one, boost can just maintain your level in water if you can get it to go off. Whoa. It's just, you know, the currents. I don't remember Bleach being anything in this setting. I think Tite Kubo just wanted to call it black first because the Shinigami wore black kimono, but then he thought the name was so boring, so he converted it to white, and then somehow went to Bleach from there. It's kind of random. Okay. And here was telling me that was probably just covering for that then. Oh, I've managed to unlock bonus level 1. There was that shooter, that FPS called Black, wasn't there? It was like PS2 age, the Xbox age.
Running past all those fish put me in the mood for sushi. I doubt Egghead had the patience to do a good sushi joint this hard.
Apparently it's pretty good. Now with fish. Which begs the question of what was it before?
Hey, did somebody here order a clobbering? Are you sure? It says somebody ordered an extra large clobbering topped with everything.
The wheel does not respond to your jabs.
Okay, tell you what, I can't take this thing back, so I'll give you an extra large clobbering for nothing. Hope you're hungry.
Oh, drift. He's being underwater, this one. I mean, you can just fly. Oh, we have to hit something, don't we? What do we have to hit? Oh. I have a momentary bit of PTSD, right? What do we have to hit for this? Well, it's up at the top. I forget this one. He's so nice, isn't he? You get free food and everything. Drill it up. Rip. Yeah, you probably just have to drill the thing, don't you? No? I don't remember this one at all. I remember the second, like, big airship. Is the guide missiles to it, maybe? Yeah, like, they busted that, so we just guide the missiles over. That's gonna clip against that. No, it made it. Yeah, there we go. You're back here. Cracker. Oh, okay, there we are. I was like, oh, is it going to be able to find me? And it was, mercifully. Oh, there we go. Ooh, right now, you got close. I think they all perished. Yeah, probably. Please, I beg of you. It's cool, they came to me. Oh, I don't have drill. Nice. So it's like, yeah, I hear this one's gonna be a bit awkward. Okay, cool. Bonk. There we go. Away with him. That was a wee bit awkward. Mostly just for like finding the guy to hit him. And saying like the whole why did you do that? Like the whole knife with fish thing. You can think of it means like, oh, it was robots or something terrible. I choose to think it means he only just served you tofu and just thought that was sushi because he doesn't know any better. Doom World. With skull. This is the Skullo Coaster through space. This is very like Sonic Adventure 2 music. This. I don't. Okay, you can't jump out. I don't remember that. How do you get this stuff then? So I just saw the rings. I was like, I better jump to get those. Are they just taunting us? I guess? Because I jumped and it was like, oh, perish, yep. Yeah, it's doing it again. There must be a way, but it's unknown to me. Alright, Frenzy, which is just a screeching rage monster. Go, my son. Arf. It's a fun one. Skullo Coaster. Skip the bricking Skullo Coaster. I say, like, it is very Sonic Adventure 2 music, but also it is very, like... It reminds me of mostly of, like, the castle level in Heroes, the Ghost Castle. Whisper reminds me of the Choo Choo Rocket. It is very Choo Choo Rocket, yeah. It's gonna be monster teeth as the cats. Yeah, that doesn't feel exactly right. Remember, the sequel's forever stuck on Apple Arcade. Sad. Yeah. Apple Arcade is almost fine if you have an Apple product. I say that, but they are off. Oh fuck. They are often like a month free to try and get people to use it still. And I might partake of that, and we'll just like roughly, because like there is a Platinum game and a Square Enix game on there I want to try. Just a month of Apple Arcade stuff streaming, and then just, you know, quietly don't renew it. Mine it for what we want and then escape. A4 also has 2 games there. I know they put like Shantae up there first and 2 has. They have like 2 exclusive ones, or including a Contra Light. I'll have to get that in those then. I was have to look through it, find the list of all the ones they have. 2 unique ones. Ooh. Have a look at like all the games on it, find all of the unique ones and special ones, and just run through them. The whole point of Apple Arcade, unlike basically every fucking other mobile game, is that they're meant to have controller support. the Munchies escape. Like fucking Xbox and DualShock 4 support by default, so I won't have any troubles. Which is like, that's part of part one of why it's like it's actually like very tempting and good. The other part being like it's a similar model-ish to like Game Pass. The only problem is where Game Pass lets you, yeah, it is Microsoft's way of like essentially trying to get people to be more willing to use digital-only stuff, and I imagine it's working in that regard because it is exceptionally cheap. So it lets people who have money problems, which is an increasing like number of people, still able to play things. Like, so, swings and roundabouts, rip. Microsoft does let you buy stuff at a discount if you get it on Game Pass, which is nice. Like, hey, like, sure, that's a good step towards making digital infrastructure stuff viable. You also just have to, agree to give us rights and let us back them up and use them as we wish, you fuckers. But the most baby of baby steps, I suppose. Yeah, we have like the lone remaining Xbox exec, Phil Spencer, talking about how it'd be really cool if we just had like emulators as standard. So, oh fuck me, that was entirely my bad. So we're slowly getting like they're trying to tempt being a bit more based, but I hit the button that time. Yeah, just sell. Yeah, it would work. Just sell the ROMs. Just have emulators that can do it fine. Make sure they run, like, the consoles are powerful enough for, like, most of them. Just sell the ROMs and that would do it. That's kind of what they do on the Xbox, actually, because all the backwards compatible stuff, you can just buy a digital download if you don't have, like, your box copy around anymore. And that will do it. Sega does it a lot and it works. Like, it would be great. You could make money off of stuff you've already done. You just need a bit of support work to make it good. But no, basically none of them will do it for reasons we can't discern. Meanwhile, you have like Nintendo doing like fucking the N64 online just gets worse and worse by the day. Like, did you see that on like there's the stuff about Paper Mario has like a weird code edition they made to have the frame rate and the pause menus? It turns out they also added that to like the fucking Lava Piranha boss fight for no reason. Like, why? But no, they did it. It's like, there was no purpose. The fight works perfectly fine without that addition. So it's not hiding a problem. Why did you do it? The original game didn't have that as a thing either. You can, if you need a refresher, Chris did his whole playthrough of it recently. On original hardware, it doesn't have that problem. Like, Nintendo, what are you doing? Why did we need to have a whole uproar to get you to give, like, PAL regions 60 hertz versions of the things instead of the terrible, broken PAL 50? And they didn't even port over the language files to those. They just said, oh no, like, you'll have to use the PAL 50 version of the language files. Like, what are we fucking paying you extra for then? Level Piranha crashes the game, you do something in the rig. Ah, okay. Although, like, if that's the case, they could have tried fixing that, but whatever they did doesn't fix that. Why isn't Sonic customized? That's because I am a purist and I believe that the only true Sonic is Sonic as he was born. Blue and red. So hello, Chris. Ranting about emulation and the newest discoveries about Paper Mario on N64 online on Switch. Nintendo just breaking things in ever more special ways. Apparently if you use double dip and throw an egg bomb on Lava Piranha, it crashes. Huh. Curious. Like the Warhog. The Warhog is a pure being. He's a separate entity. He is pure and is less allowed. Yeah, what was like basically like Apple Arcade is almost like Game Pass and therefore is almost fine. It's just you're not allowed to actually buy and own the game separately. You just have to maintain a subscription to it. It's like you're almost there. You've almost got it. But like, controller support is mandatory. You're actually required, like, you can't have microtransactions. That can't be gacha games. It can't be any of that shit. It has to have mandatory controller support. Like, you've almost got it. Just Just let people buy the game separately and own them without the subscription, and you would have it. It would be ideal. You would have done it. But no. No, why would they? Why would they do that? Why would anything be nice? Oh, that's unfortunate. I didn't expect all those ones to come out at the same time. Yeah, so I had, sorry, glanced out at chat. Yeah, basically, it all has to be sub-model, and like, that can work for some things, but like, for this, like, yeah. You get more money, because you could get people to maintain their subs, and then still, you know, like, buy your game. Ah, fuck, because I cut the edge of that. It's a good thing there's no lies in this anymore, honestly. But yeah, like, they don't realize they could get more money by just like maintaining the sub thing and then just letting people buy the games on top of that to keep them after the sub runs out. You still get money from them. This way, if their sub runs out, you just don't get the price of that. I should just wait. I'm not thinking. You don't get like the price of the... Oh, well, fuck me. I should probably like restore part or like brain cell 1 for this, but you know. You don't get money for the purchase plus the sub if you do it that way, but I guess, you know, why have, like, you know, a sensible amount of money? I don't know what they want from me there. I'm gonna need to actually pay attention again now. Let's see. No, it's pretty much time to catch you on the way down, so what do? I guess if I had a cube, that would have solved it, but I don't have cube. I didn't have it even before dying, to be fair. I guess... Oh, I guess just time the crash and try and speed through it. Come on. It hadn't come down to the horizontal axis yet. Okay, yeah, or just tightly time the jump. Come on. But yeah, basically, you know, like, instead of actually getting all the money, they want to lock people into the sub model blindly and just think that's better, and it's not. Not for anyone, not even for like their wallets. But you know, why do anything right? Can I go back down and get cube or something? Oh, is cube even around here? So there's an exit there? If we had spike. There was no cube this way. Yeah, no, there was no cube. Where did cube come in? Fuck. Yeah, they think it is, but, you know, that's because they're not really thinking. Fuck, let's just try it, fuck. Come on. Alright. Fuck's sake. It is something like that, I guess. You just have to like hit it at the exact right moment. Without cube anyway. Because cube would trivialize it, but I haven't seen cube. I've missed it somewhere in the level. Okay, yeah, for that one you basically have to slam on the way, like trigger it and then slam to escape that one. I do hate how it doesn't follow you to the horizontal axis right away. It was a bit terrifying. There we go. It was just a matter of timing. Oh, now we have cube. Could also just take that. I tried. I'm trying to jump so hard. Oh, that's gonna take these spikes away from me, isn't it? Not that it matters, we're just gonna destroy everything here and get to the exit. But, you know. died too many times. Down. See, the Platinum one, there's like they have a game called World of Demons, and I already know apparently it ends on a cliffhanger that they've already explicitly said they're not going to follow up on and resolve, which is kind of like, thanks, lads. I'm glad you're choosing to dedicate all your time to Babylon's Fall. I mean, it's probably actually Bale 3, but you know, Babylon's Fall. It's the wiser call there. But apparently the game is pretty good. And it is... I say that, I don't actually know if it is like one of their action games or it's just a good game. But any which way, apparently it's pretty good, and you know, the Apple Arcade trial thing, you don't have to pay for it anyway. As long as you do it all in the month. Fuck, I actually didn't want that. You don't get quick step bonuses here, brr. That will just boost and run, I think. I don't see any of the switches I have to hit, so I think you're just on the loop until you're not, basically. There's a wee sign playing every other lap. Here we go. That or it just did this because, yep, there we go. Ring. Destroy enough. We stopped giving you quick step bonus at that point, otherwise this would be, I mean, I still got an S rank, but it would be the most easy S rank in the entire game by several leagues.
What is this place? Whoa. This is where we converge them into the strange, negative aliens with freaky energy.
There you are. I thought I lost you for a second.
Yeah. I think your theory of like they have robots that design robots still holds from the Unleashed strings. Like it must just be a robot was like, ah, Ladybug sounds good and we need a robot model that speeds.
You'll have to excuse me, buddy. I have a generator to
Yacker has been turned into gasoline. Just like all dinosaurs. It does look like their corpses are just being like chucked into a furnace and then dumped into a vat to be strained. Yeah, that does imply the frenzy ones are like not natural, which is curious. Well, I guess when he runs out of wisps, then his mind control scheme just runs out. I don't think he's thought this through. If he harvests all of them, and then like the thing will just run out eventually, and yeah, I never thought about that before. Like the fact that the purple ones aren't natural. Fuck. How like I keep thinking boost is the other button because it wasn't unleashed. Rawr. Bark, 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 bark. Yep. Yep. Oh, fuck. He just drifted past. Went on a journey. Frenzy. Yeah, if he runs out of wisps, he basically like his entire planet's fucked and he's back to square one. Maybe the plan isn't even to like fully take over the planet, it's just to get enough people to like go to his theme park that he can get easy money for the next several years of planning. I don't know. Because he seems to be going through them at an unholy rate. It feels so mild though. Despite its shaking. Yeah, I don't know what you have to do for these rings. I don't trust jumping. Maybe you can like hop back in the thing. Perhaps, but you know. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh well. Must be something you can do. Oh, that was too early. No, like none of the other buttons, like he doesn't seem to be able to like make the coaster jump or make himself hop. Maybe if you have boost you can make the whole thing jump, but how would you get boost here? Yep, too early. L1, R1, R, L2, R2. Third triangle, circle, D paths. Yep. Nah. I feel like maybe this is still like a bit fucked or broken or something. Because I feel like the idea is meant to. I don't know how I did it the first time. The idea is meant to be you can hop and probably like homing attack back into your seat. Maybe, but in this case you just kind of flop out and fall into the void. That or it is just meant to tempt you to your death. Wait, no, that worked. He did a jump there. What? Like, he did the actual little hop there, like just up and over with the thing. What happened? How did I do that? I don't know how I did that. It works now. Oh, you know, is it only like when the camera's side on it works? Is that it? Is it? I don't know. Now it's fine. Or maybe it's just like half fucked half the time. I don't know. Give me that. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Ooh. Perish. Ow. This whole section gives me like memories of the Phase On mines in particular. It has like the same kind of engineering over weird natural bio goo shit. I assume we can frenzy on the water once he lands. Yeah, there we go. It moves even faster, although the moment it leaves its chosen atmosphere, it perishes. Too big to fit down the hole properly. Yep. Rip. I kinda wish if you didn't hit that any particular button, you would just flop onto your stomach and lie there until you did. Alright, so it's like a yep. Odd little version of that one boss. Fuck. This is actually harder than the boss when you think about it, just because you get a lot more precise. Ah, fuck. Why did I do that? At least I know what I'm doing now. Yeah, it works now. Yeah, well, it must be that like leaves this view. Like when that camera makes the shift there, it just stops working essentially. I would have thought like making it so if you hit the try again at the end of the level, letting you keep your clear, and so in case you did it accidentally would be a thing they would have fixed by now, but apparently not. Yeah, I don't know what was going wrong earlier. It's behaving now. It really must have just been the orientation of the camera. Well, is it considered commentary on the soul thinking about it in Sonic's world that the ghost wisps are considered natural but the frenzy ones aren't? Ghosts are just natural, that's just how it is. Apparently I don't own Endwalker anymore, what the fuck? What are they doing? That's a unique one, how the hell? Servers are having like fucking giga problems if they're not losing who owns what. I mean, at least you have like streams proving you played, so hey. Not that they'd ask or need it or anything, but you know. Yeah, that's fucking weird. I did like when I was playing with Amanda, there was like the servers were shitting themselves a bit and there were issues, like it's kept losing me for a little bit. Yeah, it's saying frenzy. You feel the fever. Back into the Doom Chamber. The field didn't activate yet. It worked out. Please. Oops. This time, the options button, well, it's not called options on PS5 anymore, but you know, same location, same function. Doom Fortress.
I don't like what you're doing to my friends in there. It's messed up. So I'm gonna mess you
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I'm gonna fuck you up.
That's right. Stretching. Got a problem with that?
It's the name of the shark.
You apart without
What does that mean then?
No shame in it. Well, maybe a little shame.
I can't believe you would shame someone saying that's fucked up.
Do you? Fair enough. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Welcome to Doom. Mash. Shame him for his horrible hygiene habits. I cannot believe he does not wash his mustache. That is the most heinous of them all. Fuck. This is a weird one to get. Maybe if you're directly underneath it in like the sideways section, this will work. Fuck. I tried to dart back for the thing, but I wasn't paying attention. Or enough attention, at least. Get under. That's a lot of hits. They are unleashed. He means greet you, so basically just hello. Oh, fair enough. He's yelling hello! Like the fucking Dark Souls rock. The like rock voice. Oh. Okay, that's all rocket. It's not giving me laser this time. The other one was also a rocket. Yep. Bard. Perish, fiend. I don't know why they say zero gravity thrill ride for that one. I guess for the roller coasters, but like, there weren't really any zero grav segments in that bit.
Let's go to an amusement park or something.
All right, but one that's, you know, less evil than this one.
That was the implication, Tails.
So, are all the aliens getting free?
Looks like it. Once the power went off, the locks vanished.
Aren't you forgetting something?
I think
Or someone, rather.
your shotgun still works.
Not without power flowing to it.
You should probably still go destroy it. You're being altogether too casual about this. It does look very Eclipse canon-y, doesn't it? Only a lot more obvious.
Sweet! The tractor beam's gone. The planets are
But now they're stuck in orbit over Earth.
I mean, really? Great job, buddy.
Gee, I wonder who made that. Yeah. Runs in the family a bit, I suppose.
the generators destroyed, so we can blow this joint. Head home. We did it, dude.
We? I don't remember you fighting on that.
Yeah. Even so, they probably shouldn't be left in our orbit.
After you on inventing a translator that allowed us to speak to the
We didn't need this translator at all. It was pretty obvious to tell what the thing was because it was the big pylon at the end of every world guarded by a big machine. You're fucking useless, Tails. I read some more Water Magician. The main character started traveling with the guy you see from the shipwreck. Until now I was kind of waiting for another to be introduced because starting a little boring. I'm starting to feel that the author is just bad at any character interaction. That's why you had him be like just a weird wizard hermit in the forest for 20 chapters. Just fucking he can't write people talking. He's like, oh fuck, how do I get around this? You know, you can't. Well, you could theoretically do that forever, but probably not for a story as long as he wants it to be.
Critical system failure. That fool Sonic thinks he's won because he destroyed all my generators. Well, the mind control cannon is full enough for what it has to do. I will have the last laugh. The last laugh? How is laughing last special? Isn't that like being the slowest one to get the joke? Yeah, I laugh last all the time. People look at me like
This voice one is always a weird one. Just like a reference to an extremely adult movie.
you talking to me.
This is reference Taxi Driver in our game for children.
So I must be talking to you. Why haven't we kept your voice?
As we've, I think we discerned that if they start growing the mustache grows in, it becomes permanent. So maybe there's enough juice to make people grow the mustaches.
Seconds, it won't matter anyway, since the world will have only
And if it isn't, then you know
what's that, boss?
he's just a fuckwit. His entire thing is just one big ill-conceived plan, and just everyone's being a bit stupid. I don't know why this scene is darker than usual. Now it's bright again. I don't know. Maybe that was just on my OLED, I don't know. Well, because of this, he absolutely is going to murder the entire world, because now it's going to form a black hole. And, you know, give him what gun represents. The poor moon. The poor moon. Give him what gun represent, they're probably, like, out there, like, you know, haranguing minorities or something. Or like looking for ways to like cover up their war crimes, their like hideous murders of civilians, enforcing the Station Square political regime.
He stopped you like it's his job or something. In fact, I can't remember a plan he didn't stop. What are you talking about? He hasn't stopped all of them. Name one. Read the attention pattern. Thank you, buddy. Hey, my boy.
Yeah, that is a good case for not having an anti-gravity chair.
There's the sweet sound by auditory processors new and loud.
You can fucking like just destroy yourself with it.
No matter. I may have suffered a setback, but this thing's far from over. I will crush Sonic.
Away he goes. I think it's literally just for the joke. It's like, oh, we've changed his voice because it was annoying, and then they get annoyed by all the other ones and go, why did we change this? And it's like, oh, right, because it was fucking awful.
Hey, Tails,
Yeah?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Good, so it's not just me.
When I feel the ground shaking under my feet and see plumes of dust rising and rubble tumbling and aliens running for their lives, yeah, I get a bad feeling. So, how about you and me make like Eggman's hairline and recede?
This isn't joke time.
That was a bit of a strangled one, that one.
Time.
Sorry, couldn't help myself. We're out of here.
Yeah, we're running now.
Yeah, really. Be busy quipping and not just being like, shit's fucked. That being said, whoever decided the final levels should be running down the space elevator instead of using the space elevator is like the biggest brain level designer of the entire team, because holy shit. it's like just a brilliant sequence in general. It's like, God bless. Too early. Yep, too early. Please, 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 please. Fuck. Almost. Just fucking away we go. They're just trying to escape Sonic, stop being an asshole. Ah, look who it is. Yeah, no, there's just no thing for that. There's no indicator on them for those lasers. Fucking... Are you still meant to be following me here? You know it feels you try to punch someone in a dream. You really want it to go somewhere, but it just doesn't. It just goes in circles. That's a really interesting way of describing that, but I know exactly what you mean. Jeez, too early. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Cool. So the circles and none of the characters seem to retain anything from those conversations. Oof. So they just keep re-explaining themselves and stuff. I do like how you can see them trying to like determine how best to overtake you on the way in. It's very funny. I tried. Yeah, no, there's just no indicator for the lasers. I don't know what to do there. I guess actually just stick close to him and just keep like nudging out of the way of his laser. I feel like I would have heard about it if the final level was, you know, like, well, not the final level, but like, one of the last levels was just actually sometimes impossible because the laser indicators don't work. Unless this is only like a PS5 problem, like PS4 and PS5 problem, and no one has PS5, so no one could tell. I don't know why it's doing that, because it can't fall in this section, I don't think. Just stick close to him, bait the punch, boost out of the way of it. Ah, that didn't quite work. No, that doesn't quite work. He still, if you boost it, he still goes for the laser. Yeah, there's the time's up saying you're not getting a time bonus, but like, also just fuck you, really. It could be that the tail isn't like on the lasers themselves, but I'll have a look and see. And if I can't do it, then I'll just have to like fucking Google it and see what people say. I don't see where else they could be on them, to be fair. You know, I don't know. Yeah, the only thing I can think to do is basically try and keep ahead of him so much with the boost, but after a point you're gonna run out of boost, really. Whoop. I guess that's the trick. For fuck's sake. Welcome back. It's still fucked. Yeah, the only thing I think to do now is basically just boost that far ahead and just kind of pray. There's basically no real indicator of which lanes the lasers are going in, so, you know, like, good luck, basically. Seems like you boost far ahead enough, you'll have mostly enough of a lead time to be able to see it. Mostly. It wouldn't be as much of an issue actually if they just kept the thing from Unleash where taking damage only halves your rings instead of completely emptying it, because then you could take multiple hits on these segments and not even worry about it. You don't have that luxury here because you basically have 2 hits at all times. Yeah, there's the first hit. And there's the second. Because of the laser thing, I'm almost certain like the guns used to glow purple before firing. But they don't now, they just shoot. Oh, fuck me then. The amount of the rings doesn't matter, seeing as like even one would do. Puts us at max. Wait for him to do all his business and go for a swing, then just a boost far, far away, and hope you can guess which lanes he's shooting in. Fuck me. Alright, we got rings again. I tried. Thought that was one of the motor bugs. Hang on a sec. Sonic color. Oh, fuck. Ultimate crab. Bot. Lasers. Give me a sec. Touchscreen is not responding to my fingers properly. Yeah, no, that's a bug they just haven't fixed yet by the signs of it. Yeah, no, it basically is they haven't fixed it, and it's an issue. Thanks, guys. I don't know why you didn't fix that one. All the conversations like, I thought that type of magic was impossible. Nah, oh, water magicians can use it. I guess they do, yeah. So painfully socially awkward, but probably not intentionally. Include is powerful of using unusual abilities. Both characters don't seem to come to that, as they don't actually comprehend the words they all saying. Every water mage does. Yeah, no, that's true. If he doesn't know anyone else, how does he know that? Yeah, no, that does sound like painfully awkward. Oops. Which has ended up being a two-stream game, literally just because of this fucking level, because they had made the robots' tails impossible to get, so it's basically just random chance if I can, like, develop Ultra Instinct and react to all of them. Well, fuck me, then. It doesn't matter too much, because of the rings in this section next, I just have to not get hit. Actually, no, it gave me something to start, so that's nice of it. That lets me get it boned, doesn't it? Okay, now it's fine again. It's almost like the level designers knew. You can always presume it's going to be one of the ones you're in. Okay, maybe not, never mind. So much for that. It can just sometimes not be. Okay, we made it. We were literally seconds off all the other fucking times. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's no wonder I got a fat fucking 0. Literally guessing for half of that guy's attacks. Do you actually see these like super lance robots anywhere? Thinking about it. This is the boss fight. Now S rank it. S rank it blindfolded. Just predict. Gaze into the future. Come to think of it, we've already seen this boss in one of these streams because they literally reuse it almost exactly wholesale in color, not colors, in Forces. The final boss of Forces is just the same thing without the purple color, or like the gimmick of you getting the wisps. It's otherwise the exact same fight. He's special. He's my little boy.
So I'd say it's been nice knowing you, but it hasn't.
I have to admit I'm a little scared. I don't think we can beat this guy.
You literally no basis for that.
Sonic, no!
Tails is just kind of shit in this game, honestly. He's constantly saying stupid or weird or incorrect shit.
As for you,
Cube. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bonk. Having brained him excessively, you can get some boost energy to boost him and free an alien. If I'm not wrong. Or maybe I am wrong, it doesn't happen yet. There we go. Laser and drill. Oh, he can still use those powers if he wanted to. Case in point. Bonk. You got a weak right. Give him the dap and boost. I do love that they keep like the bosses bouncing along with that from Unleashed. I guess the narrator is part of like the canonical world. He's diegetic, yeah. That's actually a thing you hear. I somehow quick step between them. I have achieved ultimate power. Do not doubt me. Fuck. Doubt me. Whoa. Fuck. Yeah, I only expected 3. It is fun how all those things are like Frenzy plus another one. Bop. And then boost. Sucks up more like free aliens, I guess. Cube spikes, oh dear. Wish we could do shit like that. Actually, if I remember, you can kind of do shit like that in the multiplayer version of the bonus levels. You can like drill rocket and shit. I think it functionally ends up not very different from the regular rocket, or regular drill rather, but... There we go. And these come out pretty fast, too early. Fuck me. How many are you gonna shit out there? Jesus. Well, it's fine, it's cool. I do like to get to see Eggman rocking back and forth in there for each blow. As he's just like, oh fuck, oh Jesus. And even putting aside like the robot parts, it's already burning and smoking in places. This robot is nowhere near as like invincible as like Tails suggested it would be. Just off his shit this adventure, he doesn't know what he's saying. The frenzy probably makes it more powerful, but it isn't making it invincible, nowhere near enough. That's a nasty one. Actually, no, not really. It just looks scary. Alright, this is the scary shit. Oh, fuck me. Alright, this might be it. Yeah, music's revving up.
You horrid little hedgehog! Unlimited colors! Final color blasting!
Boom. In the original release of the remaster, that we've like face visual didn't appear when he blasted away, although it was there in the original. One of those weird effects that was missing. It's very cheeky about the trophy referencing. I kissed a girl and I liked it.
Turned out the lights. At Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park, you can feel comfortable knowing your safety is on. Oh, shut up!
Eggman survives a black hole. Or, I suppose it's basically a black hole anyway. Yeah, you did say, like, a lot of the music in this one you listen to. That's good music, dude. For a lot of the level tracks are really nice. Oh. But yeah, like, they were already Giga Brain for being like run down the space elevator instead of taking the space elevator. Now they're like, now run down it while the black hole is happening. Yeah, Generations happens here, I know, like, he's left in space, he finds the time eater, after this when his robots are like find him in space. But I suppose that begs the question of, is the time meter like, was that always just an entity that was there? He says he just found it there, or did it happen because of the black hole? He's just such a good level though. It's short and all, but it's just good. It is kind of the worst. Pretty much the worst part of Generations, yeah. Looks like a homing shot. We'll get there. I might turn the voice acting to Spanish at that point so we can just hear what it sounds like in Spanish. Or something, whatever. Whichever language is available.
Sonic, are you okay? Man, I can't believe you made it through that.
Like you thought I wouldn't?
The only thing I was thinking about was getting pushed into an elevator.
Well, a hedgehog's gotta do what a hedgehog
Yeah, you grossly exaggerated
Great job, Sonic.
that fucking
had a little help during that
the difficulty of that robot. One time the Eggman wants to use the ancient thing, doesn't. You're right, actually, it behaves itself, he's perfect in control of it. It all goes actually quite correct for him. Pardon me. You know, until he fights, you know, like the double supersonics and they like cast him into a time void. And I never played Lost World, so I don't know if like the way this Generations follows on from Colors directly, if Lost World explains how they got out of the time void, or if that just unfucks itself at some point.
He says
If I remember right, this like hexadecimal writing here actually translates to a specific message.
finally got
I think it's something like, if you translate this, you have too much time on your hands or something. It's something like that.
Oh, great. He says, goodbye, my friends, I have to go.
My planet needs me, and then just scrolls off screen.
everybody. Right on.
We do just have this kicking rad space elevator that breaks when it gets out into the atmosphere, though. At least the aliens can get their planets back home by themselves. That space elevator is gonna come crashing down, though. There's nothing to anchor it up in space. Not that Eggman's in any position to like contend with his ecological disasters. Forgot about the credits music. These credits are actually quite long if I remember right, so we'll just hover about. Yeah. Destroy the credits. There's like a brief return of like destroy the credits minigames and stuff, like the Rayman game. Or at least Origins had it. I do like the Legends power-ups. I never played Legends, so I don't know if that also had it. Ugh. Sorry. Scratching my ear. Yeah, like in a way, like it kind of like they kind of validate their fears by being like, you know, if we make a game with like the Warhog or some other similar mode that makes it slower, this end like the whole game ends up shorter. To be fair, at the same time, like you know, they did manage to get most of Unleash onto the Wii, so that they did this one also is kind of, I think, just deliberately a smaller scale one anyway. Just to see what they could do, probably. To be fair, like, you know, this one does have, like, significant, like, replay value, because on top of the whole bonus levels and Supersonic being optional to unlock and all, the scoring mechanics are actually quite, again, quite developed. Because I remember a whole, like, stuff about, like, hey, you gotta, like, you know, mechanics, you gotta use all the mechanics, you gotta use, like, wisps a lot, you have to do, like, a nice balance of time and all that. Music isn't so it just ends, we'll at least go to that point, I guess. Because that will be funny. It almost looks like he took damage there. Luigi's adjust himself in bed. Yeah, like colors, those were fine. Like some stuff, it kind of has to, like with the putting homing attack off of the CM button as your boost, but in exchange it puts double jump on the CM button as your boost and makes the double jump quite useful for getting about, so you know, what can you do? Sorry. But yeah. Fun visuals, like the wisps are a fun idea, like a lot of the powers are pretty fun. I don't remember a harp, but that was probably one of the level music, I don't remember. Does Bill let you fly about in here? It does. Excellent. You know, it has a significant replay value with like the greater emphasis on S ranks and like the better scoring mechanics and being able to return the levels of wisps and all that, so it makes up for it. It's like they're still, I guess they were still kind of experimenting with that, like how do we justify the length or worth or whatever, because you know, Sonic platforming levels do require significant design to like make the most of them. They require a lot of space to like do the shit Sonic is known for. Although I will say I do think ultimately Unleashed is still the much better game. Especially at least just writing wise, because like while quite a few lines and a lot of delivery is funny and you know, like Roger Smith does a good thing, a lot of the lines are just very, you know, like haha we referenced the thing or we pointed out our joke or whatever, please laugh, and it's like no, that's disgusting, I hate that. You know, it's like fucking Family Guy or like modern American Hollywood or comedy writing, which is basically just, you know, we're being awkward or just explaining everything to you, and it's bad. Like, it's just bad, like, that's terrible. And I do just enjoy Unleashed's bigger, beefier main levels a lot more. Like, nothing in colors really comes close to, like, I wish I could get Spike. Could come really close to, like, you know, Rooftop Run or at about day one. In particular, especially at about day one and Rooftop Run. But, you know, so it goes. Basically, I don't think it's fair that people say Colors is the better one. It seems because to me it's not. That doesn't look right. To me, it's just not. Yeah, the main theme. I like it. I don't really go on like, oh, auto-tune, but like, you know, auto-tune can sound really good when you use it. It's just how you use it. Like, it's really jaunty, cheery tune. Feels good. I'm sorry. I'm not actually sorry. I'm sure, like, the rendering is taking this very well. No worries, Hammer. Thanks for watching. We made it to the end, so that I'm basically just waiting for the point that the credits like run out of music just to see that. It'll just be funny to me. And then after that, that'll be me. So yeah, thanks for watching. Sleep well. If not tomorrow, next stream will be the day after, which will be actually Christmas Eve, won't it? No, it won't. It'll be. Yeah, no, it'll be 23rd. Yeah, that'll be fine. Although there might even be one on Christmas Eve if I'm not busy. Like sorting and finishing last stuff for the Christmas Day dinner and all that. Which I probably will be. Usually am. And the next stream will be, you know, the 14, the Endwalker Raid series. I just really like the synths in this track in particular. It's just really good. Sega Europe. There we go. Spike can't run on the ladders, so you just jump through them. Yeah, it'd be nice, but on any server at this time, I think we'd be fucked pretty much. I would like to as well, honestly. I could do my fucking like weeklies and shit, or dailies at least. Although I'm pretty much guaranteed being doing the raids as Reaper, because it's the only one leveled up for it. Gunbreaker's still 85. Actually, but today, like, the journals rolled over, so I should be able to get... I might be able to get Gunbreaker to 90. Hello, you know, that'll be... just on my own time. I'll still have to do the raid series, at least on stream, as Reaper. I kinda wish you could just bind off the walls in here. I was playing like the title screen music. These are still like the original credits actually. We haven't reached the Blind Squirrel, like the Port Studios credits yet. Yeah, there's more music now. We're still in like the original credits, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Sega Germany, we're getting close to the end. Sega Spin. Ironically, the guy in Sega Spin is called German. Sega Benelux. Benelux? Benelux. Responsible RP. I wonder what that entails. Sega Australia. Darren Macbeth. I didn't think Macbeth would be an actual surname. Special thanks. Team Globetrotter. NVIDIA Hairworks. Make you look at GameWorks. Make you look better. Music credits. Cash. Some of the bands they find, like, I didn't mention it, I don't think, but in Unleash, like, the band who does like the main theme are called Bowling for Soup. Like, a lot. Sega actually, like, in particular, has a lot of European ones, just because they have, like, actual European development studios and shit. The ones they bought, granted, like, the Total War lads and all that. Like, quite a few, and also Football Manager. So they have a lot of ones, like you know, doing really intensive, like, local, like, publishing and stuff for those. And then I think everywhere else is like, here's Australia, here's Japan, probably Korea, and then just, you know, North America and probably South America, separate ones. think it's Namco Bandai who's like North and South American ones that do this later North American one also does their South American one. I don't know. Courtesy of Universal Republic Records. Yeah, no, they're Sega's like local European developers actually like really a lot of really popular PC franchises actually. So like Sega's actually pretty good to the PC usually. Usually. The guarantee. There we go. We're getting into them, but we have like an orchestral version of Reach for the Colors or whatever it's called. No, it's still going for now. It'd been fun if they'd used the wee Ghost one, wee Jade one here. Because that's the one they made. But yeah, guaranteed if Atlas just weren't fucking terrible, and like we didn't have people who like resist the very notion of selling their games outside Asia, and they really seem to do that honestly, that like the way it has to be pulling teeth to get them to release things fucking anywhere beyond like America, and even then takes a bit of doing. Like, or at least it did before Sega owned them, and then gradually began going, hey, we would like to make money off of you at some point. This is like reasonable money, not even like the weird, you know, like exploitative money. QA, these poor gits. They have a decent amount of QA, and that kind of just guarantees that basically they weren't given enough time to actually respond to what QA's problems were. Yeah, there we go, we ran out of music. Oh, no. Maybe they fixed that. I thought I got in the 14 we went to bed last night, but today I started the desk where we left off, so I must have dreamed that. He's dreaming it. I instead just dreamed that I was inexplicably, like, had been forced to become a student teacher or something, and that was an unfortunate hell. Production babies, oh. Just to do a work from home lifestyle. Oh, I hope, you know, I was gonna say I hope they weren't crunched much, but you know, they would have been. Of course they would be. Sega didn't give them time to make the thing properly, of course they would have. Nightmare, yeah. Wasn't fun. It was mostly just very awkward. I still have the thing of occasionally just having dreams of like, you didn't completely, you missed this thing in secondary school, you missed this thing in university, and you're going to be completely fucking owned and destroyed if you don't do it. And you know, I wake up going, oh god, what? And then I remember, oh wait, I haven't been in university for like fucking 4 or 5 years. I'm an employed software engineer now. You don't have to care anymore. You never really did. Yeah, I'm like, oh, you remix this now. Unless like the music runs out after this, there's still more credits to go. I think these are just for like extra Teal's voices and other narrator voices. Probably also the guy that yelled Ghost for the new Wisp. Side UK. Jingle Bell Communication SRL. Yeah. Yeah, here's a remix. Reach for the Stars recolored. That's what we're hearing now. A horror-themed crime story with Chinese fantasy elements. Well, that would be all the novels you're reading, isn't it? They were gonna wear off on you sooner or later. Godo. Yeah, they probably patched this one in, so if I remember right, there was a bit of controversy where they didn't mention that. People were like, oh, they have to, like, fucking give out the entire source code now, that's how it works. And it's like, that's not how it works. The Godot, like, license is basically any Godot code that you specifically modify, you just have to hand out that bit to comply with the license notice. And if they didn't, like, actually edit any of it, they don't need to supply anything. But, you know, people were just extremely eager to shit all over. Like, it launched really bad, like an embarrassing, like, fucking really unforgivable state that it shouldn't have been released in. I get that. But, you know, people who are, like, fucking faking glitches and all that, like, using emulators to, like, fake glitches, getting emulators that were, you know, getting glitches that were emulator only. Fucking saying shit like all the, you know, like, oh, you have to hand over the entire source code because you violated this license that I didn't actually fucking read or understand because I am not a software engineer. People are desperate to shit on Sonic things, and, like, fuck me, like, they will trip over themselves and be as embarrassing and stupid as possible if they have to do it. These credits weren't made for big notices like this, though, I must say. Yeah, no, they definitely, like, probably added in more music over the credits, I think, in the recent patch. Now, if only they would patch the fucking lasers of the crab robot. Oh. I think we're fine to go now. it's just all the software stuff they use. I think that's for watching the credits. I guess watched enough of them to trigger it. Yeah, they patched the important bit. Actually, they might have patched the music in when they had to patch those in, maybe. Bye, Eggman. I think after you kill the big monster, it'll be the one where you get sent out. Your axe master will be like, there are these really cool people who use axes bigger than I do. Go out and find them, and that will be where you get your warrior stone and start becoming a warrior. That's usually how it goes. Yeah, Sonic Colors, like, decent game. Really, like, I do like that the scoring is very technical and all that, and it is a neat way of making it very replayable, even if you can't make it, like, overly long. It was a better turnabout in their thinking. As for Ultimate, like, in the state it's in now, with, like, you know, fucking several months of patching after release, their version 3.0 patch, as they call it, pretty much, like, playable, like, very playable, for the most part. There's, like, a few display issues, a few camera issues that usually don't break things, like the jumping on the roller coasters is a bit fucked in the final world, but you can just not jump for those and be fine if it's not working. And then just, like, they're still missing that one, like, the lasers on the crab bot not displaying, like, where they're going to shoot is, like, given how critical that is to the final level, that feels like a really weird one they have not patched yet. Like, there's no real reason to not have patched that yet, I feel like. But here we are. It's basically just like Sega fucked them over, didn't give them enough time. Instead of just, like, you know, remastering it in their existing Hedgehog engine stuff, they decided for whatever reason to like make them port it to Godot in their own the port studio's own engine and all that. Which required a lot more time and work to get it working, but they didn't give them that time and work. So here we are. What time is it? Just coming up on midnight. On TV remote. Pass over. Yeah, I don't really have much more today. Next stream will be the Endwalker Raid series, and given they're new, I don't know if I'll get through like the 4 fights in the same rhythm, probably, maybe. Given it's been a day and might be 2 days, I will probably not, there are probably people who know what they're doing at that point, so I'll probably make it go a little swimmingly. And then, you know, it's, can I attempt to wrangle people into trying the savages to get like the really fancy scythe? And if I can't, then I have to do the savages to get the really fancy scythe by myself. And with puppies. And that'll be fun. It's time for Secret Stream 2. The Secret Stream where I just sit there in like silence as I just like play Maneater and just like trail things into the water and watch them drown. We don't discuss anything in that stream. Yeah, like after that it'll be Generations, which I have on PC. Yeah, I have that on PC. And then after that I probably will just do Lost World, which will be entirely new to me because I haven't played Lost World. And all I know about it is like, it's often compared to Mario Galaxy because at least in one of the worlds it has like the Mario Galaxy planetoid running along gravity stuff going. I don't know how literally any of the rest of the game is. I would watch you eat some, man. I'm sure you would. I think it's short enough that you could do it in like 2 streams for like being mildly completionist. But not for now. It was like a 11-hour game. Which, yeah, makes it a very neat and tidy little sandbox game, but it is kind of like, you know, you do the same thing over and over again, and it mostly like it fits comfortably that 11-hour runtime, and that's it. Starts a little awkward because you don't have your powers, but once you get going, you just become an unstoppable monstrosity. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for coming out. I will see you next time, which, if not tomorrow, will be the day after. Yeah, good night.